Good evening. Welcome to the State of Business on Art Television with me, Kavishka Pereira. Let's take a look at today's main stories. 2 new cabinet ministers and 5 new state ministers sworn in before President. All ministers to be appointed before convening of Parliament on 14th. News in detail. 2 new cabinet ministers and 5 new state ministers were sworn in before President Maithripala Sirisena at the Presidential Secretariat in Colombo today. Accordingly, Susil Premajayantha took oath as the Minister of Public Administration, Home Affairs and Justice. Bandula Gunawardena was sworn in as the Minister of International Trade and Investment Promotion. S.M. Chandrasena was sworn in as the State Minister of Social Empowerment. Lakshman Vasantha Pereira was sworn in as the State Minister of International Trade and Investment Promotion. Salinda Disanayake was sworn in as the State Minister of Indigenous Medicine. C.B. Ratnayake was sworn in as the State Minister of Transport, and Anura Priyadarshan Yapa was sworn in as the State Minister of Finance. 3 new Ministry Secretaries also received their appointment letters from President Maithripala Sirisena today. Accordingly, J.J. Ratnasiri was appointed as the Secretary to the Ministry of Administration, Home Affairs and Justice. S.P. Kodikara was appointed as the Secretary to the Ministry of International Trade and Investment Promotion. And R.W.R. Premasiri was appointed as the Secretary to the Minister of Highways and Road Development. Responding to a question raised by a journalist at the Cabinet media briefing yesterday, Cabinet spokesperson Mahinda Samarasinghe stated that all Cabinet, State and Deputy Ministers will be appointed before opening of the Parliament by President Maithripala Sirisena on 14th of November.
14 වෙනිදා පාර්ලිමේන්තුව රැස් වෙන ඉස්සෙල්ලා ඒ 30 කැබිනට් මණ්ඩලයේ 30 දෙනයි රාජ්‍ය ඇමතිවරුයි නියෝජ්‍ය ඇමතිවරුයි 40කට යන්න පුළුවන් 19 වෙනි සංශෝධනය යටතේ ඒවා පත් කරලා ඉවර වෙන්න ඕනේ මොකද ආසන පනවන්නේ ඒ ගැසට් පත්‍රය පදනම් කරගෙන. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා ඉදිරි දවස් කිහිපෙදී ඒක කෙරේ.
Addressing the media in Colombo today, the State Minister of Finance, Anura Priyadarshan Yapa, stated that the country was facing unexpected economic downturns due to the previous government. Speaking further, Minister Yapa also made the following remarks.
පසුගිය කාලේ අපේ ආර්ථිකයේ මෙහෙයවීම පිළිබඳ විශාල ගැටලුවක් තිබේ. ඒ ගැටලුව නිසාම පසුගිය කාලේ අපිට තිබුණු ප්‍රධාන ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි ලංකාවේ ආනයන භාණ්ඩවල මිල පියල ඩොලරයට එරෙහිව අවපාත වීම නිසා විශාල ප්‍රශ්නකට අපි මුහුණ දුන්නා. ඒක ණයබර නිසා සිදු වෙනවා කියලා කිව්වත් ඒක කිසිසේත්ම ඇත්ත නෙවෙයි. ඔබතුමන්ලා දන්නවා අපේ ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන්ම හම්බන්තොට වරාය චීනය සමග හවුල් කිවිසුමකට එළඹීමෙන් බදු දීම හරහා ඇත්ත වශයෙන් විකිණීමක් වුණේ. විකිණීම හරහා ඇමරිකානු ඩොලර් බිලියන 1.1ක් අපිට ලැබුණා. ඉතින් අපි කල්පනා කරුවා ඒ වෙලාවේ එකකින් අර ණය ගෙවන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් ඒක එහෙම වෙලා නැහැ. ඔබතුමන්ලා දන්නවා පසුගිය කාලේ ලංකාවේ ග්‍රාමීය ආර්ථිකයට ඉතා වැදගත් අංශ ගණනාවක මිල පහළ වැටුණා. ඔයාලා දන්නවා ගම්මිරිස් වල තත්ත්වය. ලංකාවේ ගම්මිරිස් වගාව විශාල ආදායම් ගෙන දෙන ගම්මිරිස් වගා කරන අයට තිබුණා. ලංකාවේ ඉහළ මිල තිබුණා. මොකද උනේ? වියට්නාමෙන් ගෙනාපු බාල ගම්මිරිස් එකතු කළා අපේ වට මිශ්‍ර කළා අපි ඉන්දියාවට ඇරි. එතකොට අපේ මිල විශාල වශයෙන් පහළ වැටුණා. කජු වලටත් ඒකමයි වුණා. රබර් වලටත් ඒකමයි. පොල් මිල අඩු වුණා. තේ මිලේ පහළ බැස්මක් ඇති වුණා. ඉතින් එවැනි තත්ත්වයන් යටතේ දේශීය කර්මාන්තකරු නැගිටවන්නේ.
Stay tuned for more news after this short commercial break. Addressing the Women Top 50 Professional and Career Women Annual Conference 2018 in Colombo yesterday, Traffic Police DIG Ajit Rohana emphasized upon the measures taken by Sri Lankan police to ensure women's safety within the country.
Our total cadre in Sri Lanka, the police cadre is 80,000 and 10% out of 80,000 are women police officers. Approximately 8,300 women police officers are there. Out of that, approximately 500 sub-inspectors, inspectors and chief inspectors and 10 senior gazetted officers holding ranks of ASP, SP and SSP. And they have been deployed especially to the children and women bureaus in the country. We have a main children and women bureau in Colombo which deals with the offences in respect of child abuse and the offences against women. And apart from that, we have 42 territorial provincial children and women bureaus, and we have 493 police stations throughout the country, and every and each police station has a small unit called Children and Women Bureau Unit, and each in charge of each unit is a woman officer, a sub-inspector or police sergeant. And apart from that, I would like to mention the statistics, sometimes the details about the offences in respect of children, women in Sri Lanka. Now, we don't have conventional rapes at the moment in Sri Lanka, but we are having a rape that is called statutory rape. Approximately 2,100 cases are reported annually in respect of statutory rape. But I believe this is the reported number, but I believe that the unreported number is higher than this particular reported number, because some parents, they are not reluctant to come to police station, they are reluctant to go to courthouses. So however, especially on one hand we deployed our female cadre in order to deal with these issues.
The number of tourist arrivals to Sri Lanka has increased by 0.5% in October 2018 from a year ago to 153,123, led by Indian visitors. Arrivals from India increased by 3.2% from 2016 to 38,169 tourists. China, the second largest market, decreased by 13.6% from a year earlier to 18,882 tourist arrivals. Arrivals from the United Kingdom, third largest, grew by 41.2% from a year earlier to 17,673 tourists. Germany and Australia rounded up the top 5 tourist markets. Up to end October 2018, arrivals had increased by 10.6% from a year earlier to 1.89 million tourists. India, China, UK, Germany and Australia were the top 5 markets for the first 10 months as well. The Department of Meteorology stated that the low pressure area is now located over the Indian coastal region of Cape Comorin and the adjoining Sri Lankan sea area. It further noted that under the influence of low pressure system, the prevailing showery and cloudy conditions over the island and surrounding sea areas are likely to continue. Issuing a special weather advisory, the department warned that very heavy rainfall of above 150 mm can be expected at some places in northern and eastern provinces, and heavy rainfalls of about 100 mm can be expected at some places elsewhere. Wind speed will be 30 to 40 km per hour over sea areas around the island, and the sea will be rough at times, as the wind speed can increase up to 50 to 60 km per hour at times over the deep sea area extending from Kankasanture to Galle via Puttalam. Temporary strong gusty winds up to 70 to 80 km per hour and rough seas can be expected during thunder showers, it said. The sea condition is expected to be rough over sea areas off the coast extending from Trincomalee to Puttalam via Kankasanture and over the deep sea area extending from Puttalam to Galle via Colombo. The Met Department further noted that another low pressure area is likely to develop over the Andaman Sea and the joining sea area southeast of the Bay of Bengal during the next 48 hours. It is very likely to move west-northwest and intensify further subsequently. The advisory further requested fishermen to be vigilant in this regard. Stay tuned for stock updates after this short commercial break. Welcome back. Trading at the Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The All-Share Price Index dropped 56.62 points to close at 5,930.59 and the S&P/SL 20 dropped 46.82 points to close at 3,063.82. The turnover was 1 billion rupees and 16.2 million shares were traded. Next up is Forex rates. That's all the news we have for today. Join us tomorrow at the same time for more of the very latest. Thank you and good night.